Yes. I had emailed all the inspector generals of the various departments and agencies of the federal government. Yes. Now, it says here if the officer or employee that advises the government official responsible for appointment of his or her position, yes, of the nature and circumstances of the judicial otherwise proceeding, application, request for a ruling or other determination, contract claim, controversy, charge, accusation, arrest, or other particular matter makes full disclosure of the financial interest in receiving advance or written determination such as to be deemed likely to affect the integrity of the services which the government may expect from such officer or employee. Yes. If by regulation issued by the director of the Office of Government Ethics, yes. Could you get me the employees of the Office of Government Ethics of the United States federal government? Yes. You know, there's a big ethical issue in the issuance of two reference numbers on the day of the dissolution of marriage. Oh, as if somebody could bribe an employee, yes, more than likely appointed, poop, to use the state system to issue two reference numbers for dissolution of marriage so as to completely fuck me up. Pooh! Now, I informed law enforcement of the fraud of issuing a dissolution of marriage, yes, where I was not given any notice of court hearing. The United Nations marriage certificate, yes. And then I didn't get a copy of the dissolution of marriage, right? And then on Saturday, oh, I found out they issued two reference numbers so as to completely confuse me. Yes, yes, yes. And then when the state found out when they issued it, yes, they probably sent me notices to the last known address. Oh, you would think child support would want me to be on the payroll as soon as possible. Yeah, it would. So as to make sure that I pay that child support, isn't that right? Pow, 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 pow. Now, the first I found out about it, yes, I was in jail in Clallam County for the allegation of violating the restraint provisions of the protection order. Yes, where the petitioner didn't sign it. Yes, I was not given any notice of court hearings. There's forgeries of the appointed ex officio superior court clerk. Yeah, that's right. And then there are fraudulent statements that I received actual notice of court hearings. Yes. And and they issued it 48 days after issuing the temporary protection order. Oh, and then they say they attempted service on me twice, but for some reason they couldn't find me. Ouch! But they found me in the Squim Public Library 2 weeks later. Yes, yes, yes. Now you would have thought during that time, yes, he does, that the fraud of issuing the protection order, yes, and then the false arrest, yes, the false imprisonment. Let's go ahead. And then the putting of me in jail and then giving me this notice from the child support service when they took the $1.56. Yes, 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 yes. And then I get out knowing I owe $81,000 in back child support. But for some reason, I found out on Saturday that I owe twice as much as that. And that was 3 years ago. Now, waking up this morning, realizing I owe somewhere between 250 and 300,000 fucking dollars.